Backfall! Now! What? You gone batshit? Move!
Hey guys, Shadowz here, welcome back to another Gears Tactics video. Today we are going to be discussing turn-based gameplay with Xbox console release, huge boss battles and so much more in Gears Tactics. Set 12 years before the events of the first Gears of War game, Lieutenant Colonel Gabriel Diaz of the Coalition of Order Governments is assigned a special mission to lead a search party for the assassination of Ukon, the Locust Council member and lead scientist for Queen Amira's Horde. Ukon is responsible for genetically engineering all of the creatures that have been terrorizing the people of Syrah since Emergence Day, including the Brumark, Reaver and the Corpser, accompanied by Sid Redburn and Michaela Dawn, as well as other squad mates as well that can join you along the way, including the ability to enlist a fresh recruit in an amazing homage with recruit Augustus Cole. Who knows what other fan favourite and legacy characters alike could maybe appear in the upcoming Gears game. While the Gears of War franchise began development as a Battlefield-like multiplayer-only game back in 2004, being called Unreal Warfare, the concept grew into a single-player campaign story set experience that we know in the Gears of War universe today, with Gears vs multiplayer being a last-minute decision to include merely months before Gears of War made its debut as a third-person cover-based shooter in 2006. 14 years later, now in 2020, the Gears series is stepping out into an all-new genre for the first ever time with Gears Tactics, being a turn-based strategy tactics game that, from everything that I've watched and learned so far, somehow the developers at the Coalition Studio in partnership with London-based Splash Damage have found the perfect way to blend the articulate style of the tactics genre with the gameplay, features and mechanics of the Gears series presented in a way that just feels so right. Set across a vast variety of terrains throughout planet Syrah itself, the fast-paced turn-based strategy gameplay at first, like it did for me, does look a little bit daunting or at least confusing, but once you do get the basics down and really start to look deep into everything Gears Tactics has to offer, what you'll find is actually that compared to Gears 5, this Gears game is truly the complete package, with every single possible feature in the game being much more diverse and complex than ever before as a Gears fan that you can ever imagine. Unlike XCOM in the same genre, Gears Tactics isn't locked to a grid and features a free-form-like movement, as complete control is handed over to the player to allow for that Gears strategic variety in the number of ways that you can approach a gunfight, whether that's using knowledge of the Gears games to take a more forward-thinking approach, or the typical gun-blazing, up-close and personal in-your-face combat that Gears is known for. Squads are made up of Gears such as Gabriel Diaz, Sid Redburn, and Michaela Dawn that are your narrative story-driven hero characters that we come to expect from a Gears of War campaign story. Then there is also the typical troops, which are sort of like these additional side characters that are very expendable and can die and never return again, such as Wolf and Spectre, that you can actually come across or save in the world itself, who can then just be recruited to join for the cause of the assassination on the Locust's Ukon's very own life. Each character can be one of 5 classes, including Support, Vanguard, Heavy, Scout and Sniper. Each class has their very own skill tree filled with customizable abilities, loadout of class-based weaponry and passive skills. Being a turn-based strategy game, characters in Gears Tactics get 3 total action points that can be spent per turn per unit in whatever way you would like possible to help put the odds against the Locust Horde in the COG's favour. I'm actually surprised at the amount of features and systems that have been implemented and made their way over from the mainline Gears games, from sliding and getting into cover to avoid damage, emergence holes just popping up anywhere with a good old frag grenade to blow them up, just to how important executions are, as each successful execution gives not only the executioner but the whole squad a bonus action point, showing the skill meta of combining executions in a chain reaction to gain and benefit from as many extra action points available as possible at one time. Returning to the Locust War era brings with it all of the classic and iconic characters of the Horde, and being just 2 years after Emergence Day, the Locusts are out on full assault as Ukon's army rises from underground, led by the oversized monsters of the Hollow, in a new way to experience the boss battles that we know and love from the original Gears trilogy. Huge boss battles are featured at the end of each act in the campaign that sees Locust enemies such as the Reavers, Brumaxes, Corpses and more to be revealed in the ultimate monster combat puzzles, as each Locust monster itself comes packing with unique mechanics and abilities that are tailored by Ukon himself to create an authentic huge war scale piece that really feels familiar right up Gears alley. Overall, Gears Tactics looks to be an amazing, incredibly large Gears of War game, boasting a 40+ hour campaign, cinematic cutscenes, no microtransactions, customization out of your mind from the classes, weapons, armor to cosmetics, with everything earnable in game. Gears Tactics is releasing later this month on April 28th for PC on Game Pass, Windows Store and the Steam Store, with a Xbox console release confirmed for later this year in 2020. I would guess that it will probably release on console alongside the launch of the brand new Xbox Series X, which is also scheduled for a end-year release later this year. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. What is your guys' opinion on Gears Tactics? Will you guys be picking up the game yourself, waiting maybe for the Xbox console release, or even simply just watching my videos? Of course, anything related to Gears of War, whether that's Gears 5 or Gears Tactics, I've got you covered. So there you have it guys, full details on turn-based gameplay, Xbox console release, huge boss battles and so much more in Gears Tactics. If there's any other Gears Tactics videos that you guys would like to see, definitely let me know that as well. Give the video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.